All right, welcome back. This is our index page for Worldwide Foods, and we're in Worldwide Foods project part 4, though. This is the last part of the project. And if you scroll down here, again, I got all these pictures. These are going to be much different than the ones that you have on yours, so your website is definitely going to look different. Here's mine. And last time in our style sheet, we applied these transformations, which caused these pictures to spin, and I mean, that looks pretty cool. And these were all inside animations. So here's all the code for the index, and we'll come back to it, so don't worry about it if you need it, but we're not actually going to be working at all inside the index for this specific assignment. What we want to do is, let's see, what do we got? We got this at the, well, I guess we put this stuff at the very top. That's very convenient. But what we want to do is make all this stuff a note. Okay, so we're in the style sheet, and to make all this stuff a note, what we're going to do is we're going to do slash and then shift 8, which is an asterisk. And you saw all the code there turned this gray color. And then at the bottom of my animation down here, I'm going to do it backwards. So asterisk or shift 8 slash. And then see, as soon as I got the slash in there, all the stuff below it became code again. Now this doesn't do much. It takes away our animations that we had put in there, but all the pictures are still in there, and we still have the hovering part of the code in there. So what we want to do is use transformations and transitions in order to put in pretty much the same exact animation. So remember, I was animating these from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. We're going to do the same thing pretty much, but we're going to show it a little bit differently. Now we got to be careful, because what you're going to want to do is use the values they give you for the changes. Okay, so if you put in the values that I use, you may not get credit. What you want to do is use the values they give you so that you do get credit. So you want to check with your assignment so that you get the correct values down. But what I'm going to do first is, let's see, we got we're going to make it the platter visible as soon as they hover over it. Then it's going to show the label. Let's go ahead and start and making the class platter. So that's dot platter, and we're just going to hover over these platters. Okay, so it's not distinctive for the labels. This one is strictly for any one of the 6 platters. If they hover over it, then what do we want to happen? Well, we're going to do a transformation to rotate. So again, I'm going for rotation of how many degrees? Well, we're going to do, well, I'll show you 180 degrees first, and then we'll see how that goes. Now this isn't going to do anything because we have not actually, see how it's already transformed these to 180 degrees, but we haven't put in a transition which will animate these for us, and that's what we do want out of this. So let's see, we got transform. Something else that they said that we have to do is to change the width, and we're going to make these 400 pixels, and the height also will be 400 pixels. Okay, so when I do that, now when I run this, you can see it changed the size and flipped them upside down. That's 180 degree rotation. Now before I do anything else, what I'm going to do actually is get rid of this code. And I just want to be able to see this transformation of the rotation. Okay, so to do that, what we're going to do, let's see, we want for the platter class, so dot platter, we're going to enter in the transition code here. So transition effect, and we're applying this to the transform colon, not colon. And how many seconds do we want this to happen at? I'm going to go with 5 seconds right here and see how that goes. So if I were to run this now, the transformation is in there. Now it's not growing like we want it to, so that's what we're going to do next. And again, the nice thing about transformations, you can see you can go all these, but as you turn it, or as it turns, it's fine, but if I let go of it, it turns back instead of just kind of clicking or immediately going back to its original position. So transitions make this fairly nice. And now what we'll do is apply this for both width. So let's do width at, again, let's do 400 pixels in growth. So width will be, the transition is still a transition here. So comma, width, and we're going to do width at, again, try some different values here, but 3 seconds seems to be the one that works. So now if I reload this, a 3-second, again, it's only affecting the width, see that? So I'm going to make it affect the height as well. HEIGHT colon, and we're going to go with 400 pixels for this one also. So after width 3s, 3 seconds, we're going to go with HEIGHT space and another 3 seconds there. Okay, so that's going to, let's reload it, and that should change both the width and the height. Then since it's already a square picture there, or for the most part, that's going to make that look really good. Okay, so back here in the style sheet, we have transform width and height. Remember that each and every one of these has a background picture for it, right? For each and every single one of these dishes. But those are all contained inside the platter class, which is why we need it. So over here, I'm going to change it to the background will also change over the background dash image will change in 2.5 seconds. Okay, and this is what we need. Let's see, let's put that in, and you can see then it's a change from, you guys will be like platter covers to whatever this is. Now I don't like this being upside down when it finishes, so of course let's change this. Again, this would be like 90 degrees right here. I'm going to finish with 360 degrees, but I'm just showing you the different effects that you can do. You can change it to any number of degrees. It doesn't have to be like a 90-degree increment. You can do 110 degrees if you wanted to, and it's not going to make a difference. I mean, it stops there at a very strange location or orientation for the picture, but it doesn't really matter. Just to make this look good, we're going to go back to 360, which of course is going to spin it all the way around until it finishes where it starts. So this looks pretty good. And let's see, we got these transformations in. Let me just make sure that we have everything that we needed for this one. When we hover over it, yeah, we got rid of the serve animation. And so it looks like that's all we really need for this one. Okay, so there it is. That completes the Worldwide Foods project, which was 4 different assignments. And so here we go. Let's show you the index. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down. You guys just pause it wherever you need it. Again, pause it if you need this, but I'm going to scroll down. Excuse me. Again, pause it if you need it, but I'm scrolling. And again, scrolling. There we go. That's the end of the code for the index. Again, pause this if you need it, but I'm going to go to the style sheet. Here's the top. And yep, we got rid of our animations there. I guess, well, there's the animations if you need them. And then the rest of the code. So again, pause the video when you see what you need, but I'm going to keep scrolling. And that'll do it. Okay, well, that does it for me. So I am done with this project, but we have one more coding assignment to do for this class, and then we're good.